Good evening, and welcome to Pros and Cons. Get ready to take a spin in the America Zone, where good old-fashioned common sense defines the argument, not liberal biased so-called facts.
America is a nation tired of its many, many wars, excruciating conflicts where our combatants fight hard. Our esteemed leaders like Lindsey Graham, that one guy from Colorado, are our true soldiers, fighting the real fights in the war on Christmas and the freedom-violating terrorism of vaccines. But now, there's a new threat to the American way.
America, you know how much Nikan and I love this country, but others, not so much. Today we'll be introducing the first episode of our new segment, called People Destroying America!
Tonight, we'll be taking a cold, hard, unblinking stare at views so heinous, so vile, so un-American, that I fear I may not be able to restrain my compatriot Davey from violent outbursts.
When it comes to America, I hold nothing back.
He does not.
Nation, today our country faces a threat like no other, a force so evil that is eating America from the inside. The AP US History exam, written by leftist extremist teachers on the College Board, a well-known liberal institution. Today we'll be revealing some information that some viewers may find offensive.
It is information so shocking that it threatens the very foundation of our nation to the source. The Advanced Placement United States History class is supposedly a rigorous academic course that teaches students about American history. These professors claim to educate their students in a skill-based and logical, unbiased manner. Skill-based? What kind of liberal crap is this? Skill-based? Since when has education been about learning useful skills, which assist students in critical thinking in preparation for college? School is just about learning page after page of useless fact to learn important things, not nonsense skills for leftist, biased, critical thinking. Ha! Don't make me laugh. Oh wait, I just did. Ha!
We know better, America. These filthy scumbag liberals really intend to brainwash our youth into hating this great nation. Our founding fathers worked their slaves very hard to protect this beautiful nation from the tyranny of communist King George. And now these educated teachers tarnish their legacy from within.
And it keeps mentioning these people called Native Americans. What? Who are these fictional people? History began in 1776. Everything before that date was just a myth. Same thing for that so-called Canada. It's just like that state, Idaho. Think about it. Have you ever met anyone from Idaho? Have you ever been to Idaho? Have you ever met anyone who knows someone from Idaho, or even been to Idaho themselves? You haven't, because it doesn't exist. It's just another way for leftists to get more votes for their corruption.
The redesigned AP US History Test framework teaches unspeakable horrors. It virtually outright says that America was wrong on some occasions. Absurd! When has America ever done anything wrong? America, this threat could mean that someday our children will grow up believing that America is a nation of oppressors and exploiters, not the shining beacon of all that is good and right in the universe that it truly, truly is. We cannot simply sit down while leftist extremist teachers brainwash the next generation. By God, most people when they finish this course, they'd be ready to go sign up for ISIS.
When they finish that course, they'd be ready to go sign up for ISIS.
A pile of meaningless liberal crap trickling down to the virgin minds of our children. What will become of our American exceptionalism when our youth are brainwashed to destroy America from the inside?
Hear, hear. Now viewers, let it never be said that here on Pros and Cons, we don't give others the chance to speak. We have here two professors supporting this demonic test. Please welcome Professors Shelton and Steve.
Welcome to Pros and Cons.
Glad to be here.
Same for me.
Now, Mr. Steve, Mr. Shelton, why don't you make your views on the AP test clear?
Well, I think it's a perfectly fine academic achievement. The AP US History course instills a strong knowledge of American history in its students.
I think their framework is a useful tool for teachers to use to establish what they need to teach students to prepare for the AP exam and getting college credit.
Yes. Now, is it true that when running this test, you and the other professors consulted Lucifer himself, offering your souls in return for the powers to trick people on AP exams?
What?
Yes or no, sir? None of your left-wing, biased, in-between halfways on this show.
No.
Right, moving on. Isn't it true that the US history framework, as you call it, only points out the evils and wrongdoings our nation allegedly committed?
First off, the AP US course does not solely focus on the negative aspects of US history. But more importantly, don't you think it's vital that we teach our students some of the wrongdoings of America as well as the good so that they can use that knowledge to brighten our future?
No! It's absolutely not about that! Our students need to learn about the greatness of America.
What? Should we just lie and say there's no slaves?
Slaves are these American immigrants with a weird skin malfunction who arrive totally out of their own choice to work hard in America.
No, that's actually wrong. Look, nationalism is great and all, but it should be tempered with acceptance of our faults and the drive to continuously improve our nation.
No! You speak of treason and betrayal!
Did you know Einstein once said nationalism is the greatest disease in human history?
Did you know that Einstein was a Nazi? I learned that in my history class.
That's actually not true. Look, you guys are actually hurting America with this blind patriotism. I mean, how can you say America is fine as it is with the amount of corporate influence in our government?
Well, I am actually concerned with the amount of corporate influence in our government. There's not enough of it!
Look, at the end of the day, America is a great nation, but it's a nation that has serious problems. We can't just stick our heads in the sand and say, oh, America's fine, America's doing great. We should look at our history, admit our mistakes, and use that knowledge to ensure the future of America. Isn't that what history is about? That's what the AP US test is trying to do.
Dear Lord, this man is insane. You're a lunatic. I've never heard so much nonsense, liberal nonsense in my whole life. My God, sir, do you have no sense of common decency? Coming on my show to tell me about caring for America. I'm sick and tired of you whack job pinhead liberals and your caring and feelings. This is news, by golly. Get your hippie feelings out of it. Ah! We have no room for such emotion and nonsense in the media. Davis, deal with it like how we usually deal with these losers.
Well, there we have it, folks. The left-wing political agenda sweeping its vile fingers into every facet of your lives. They won't stop until every American, every man, woman, and child, every person in this country is a homosexual, atheist, Muslim, terrorist, anti-Semitic, communist, marijuana-smoking, welfare-sucking parasite! But don't lose hope yet, America. Don't lose hope. There's still time. There is still time. Justice, justice, justice! And American exceptionalism will prevail. We will have justice. Justice! Justice will be served. Win the College Board in their supposed exams. Exams are banned in every state, nationwide, territories included. We need a restoration of our nation's spirit. Join us! Join the revolution!
Here,
Join
here!
Oh, beautiful, flirtatious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, our cherished place of need, and all thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. That's it for pros and cons, everyone. I'm Josh JV, and this is Rumi Khan Coniston. Good night.